This Money Watch segment is brought to you by Prudential.
While many are celebrating the achievement of graduating from college, congratulations. When the festivities die, the reality of student loan debt can quickly sink in.
Bum, bum, bum. That's real life for you kids now that you're out of school. And now, because of rising interest rates, students will have to pay more to borrow money from the government. Jeanie Ahn is a reporter for Yahoo Finance, and she joins us now to discuss it all. So the interest rates for federal student loans, they're going up, right?
Yes.
About a half a percentage?
Yes, it's going to go up, and the federal, it's going to go up 3 times expected for 2018. So you really have to watch those interest rates, because that will accrue to thousands of dollars for the life of your loan.
Right. So you hear a half a percentage, and you think it sounds like a little bit, but it turns out to be a lot.
Yeah, it's dreaded. You know, a lot of students don't know about it. They don't care. They don't pay attention. But you really have to, because it does, you know, make you take a step back when you graduate. You can't do the things that you want to because of those interest payments.
Yepers.
So there's good news and there's bad news when you turn to the government for help with school.
Yes, on the federal level, there is a piece of legislation that's being pushed through. It's called the PROSPER Act. And wait for this.
PROSPER?
PROSPER stands for Promoting Real Opportunity, Success, and Prosperity Through Education Reform.
Okay, I feel like they spent a lot. I hope they spent as much time working out this whole program as they did working out the title for it.
Oh, the acronym, right? So basically what that is, the purpose is to give higher education access that's affordable, right, to Americans. But at the same time, they're trying to simplify the financial aid process. And the major drawbacks and the criticism to that is that they're oversimplifying it, so that they are cutting things like, they're proposing to cut subsidized loans, Stafford and Plus loans, to one loan called One, and they're getting rid of student loan forgiveness. So this actually could result in more privatization of loans, which is definitely not a good thing for students. So there's a lot of pushback on it from people, and that's on the federal side.
Right. What about the state level?
On the state level, there's much more promise. States are really stepping up and really trying to help borrowers, protecting them with things like Borrower's Bill of Rights. Now, this is not all states. This is many different states: Washington, Massachusetts, California, and several others. But basically, if you are in a financial aid dispute, you can reach out to a state ombudsman to help you resolve these disputes, and basically have somebody on your side that will fight for you.
Right. Is this a good time to refinance your student loan? Can you do that? Is that easy to do?
If you have a lot of private loans and your credit score has improved, you want to shop around for a better interest rate. Again, those interest rates that are high, it's typically a lot higher for private loans than for federal loans. If you have a lot of federal loans, you probably already have really low interest rates. And if you go ahead and you refinance those, you're turning that into a private loan. So you're not going to be qualified for all of those things like public loan forgiveness and just the perks of having federal loans.
Right.
Jeanie, at the end of the day, if you get out of school and you start to make a lot of money, because that's, you know, we talk a lot about folks who are in entry-level positions, but there will be some people who will come out of school and do very, very well. Should they pay off that debt right away, or should they just continue making monthly payments?
It makes a lot of sense to make sure that you can live the life that you want. A lot of times those interest rates for those federal loans are pretty low, so it doesn't make sense to try to pay them all off. If you have credit card debt, focus on that, because your interest rates are so much higher there. Yeah.
Right.
And if your credit score is, again, improving, you can negotiate all of your APR. That interest payment can significantly drop by just making one phone call to your credit card companies and asking them to do it.
Good advice.
Very good advice. Jeanie Ahn, always great to have you.
Thank you so much for having me.